Tonight, we're investigating 7 scary videos of very dark encounters that these people didn't notice until it was too late. These moments are not for the faint of heart, so beware of the shadows in the footage if you're alone. This video comes from here on YouTube and appears to be a chilling paranormal investigation filmed inside of an allegedly abandoned and haunted monastery. What the uploader ended up capturing that night may have turned the investigation into something far more disturbing. At first, nothing truly terrifying seems to happen, but that changes completely just a few seconds into the investigation.
That's creepy, mate, like that. Guys.
While filming one of the monastery's rooms, something horrifying quietly appears in the background. A dark figure can briefly be seen standing motionless inside of the room. What makes the footage even creepier is the fact that the uploader seemingly didn't even notice it at the time. Only after reviewing the footage is when other viewers spotted the eerie silhouette lurking in the shadows. According to others who have seen this footage, the figure has an unsettling resemblance to Valak, the terrifying demonic nun from the Conjuring films. Whether it's paranormal or simply just a trick of the shadows, the figure's appearance has left everyone who has seen this deeply shocked. Because if it
That's
truly
creepy,
was
mate, like that.
someone or something lurking in there, the uploader may have accidentally entered a room full of dark energy. In this video, uploaded by a TikTok user, the footage is deeply disturbing, taking place inside of his own home in the dead of the night. The moment begins as a recording that seems to be a completely ordinary hallway looking into an upstairs bedroom. With the lights on, nothing appears unusual or haunted. It almost seems too plain as the room looks perfectly normal.
Alright, tell me I'm on f***ing crack. Every time I turn off the light, there's like a shadow there. Watch. You see that? What the f***? What the f***? Tell me I'm not on f***ing crack, dude. Hell no. What the f***? Dude, I'm out of here. Ma.
The homeowner repeatedly switches the lights on and off, and if you look very closely, what can be seen in the dark shadows is truly terrifying. A shadowy figure suddenly becomes visible, standing inside, and it seems to be watching back at him. The silhouette appears tall, motionless, and unnaturally dark against the blackness of the room, like evil nothingness, perhaps even wearing a black cloak. The uploader's panic quickly becomes genuine fear for his safety when he realizes that the figure consistently reappears when the lights go out, like the dark being has been there the entire time and is only visible when the lights are shut off. This clip has terrified countless other people online, and many have had trouble trying to uncover what bizarre phenomenon or haunted
Dude, I'm
occurrence
out
is
of here.
standing inside the room. This disturbing series of videos were filmed inside an allegedly haunted location known as Wesley Manor. Judging by the footage, this place might not just be abandoned but filled with dark danger too. The uploader begins by explaining that every time he attempts to catch whatever he can feel around him on video, it hides and disappears.
Every time I go to chase it, it runs. I don't think it's a good idea I chase it anymore. You might think I'm playing with him. every time. Alright, I see him. I see him, but I'm not going to act like I see him. I see him right there ducking.
Then, after a few seconds, if you look very closely, something can be seen peeking around multiple corners of the room, watching him. It's very small and hard to make out, but when you see it, it's something terrifying that can't be unseen. The uploader claims that he can hear strange giggling and laughter echoing throughout the building.
Again, came down here, doing a little cleaning, heard some giggling and laughing, came in. The energy is really heavy. I could definitely feel something looking at me. I could just feel it. You know that feeling you get when something's looking at you? I could just feel it. Dude, yesterday I felt it from right over here. Right in this corner. It is definitely heavy. Heavy. I'm not hearing anything now. But I can almost feel it like a pressure.
He repeatedly mentions the overwhelming sensation that something is watching him, and even though he can't see it, we know there definitely is. Without him realizing it, something briefly appears behind him, and many people who have seen this believe that it resembles a ghostly child. The feeling throughout the footage is deeply unnerving and morbid because it feels enclosed, like the uploader is trapped inside and surrounded. In this footage, a paranormal investigator is on a case in the infamous Schultz House of Horrors, located within the eerie Sutro Tunnel ghost town. Despite years of paranormal experience, the investigator finds himself dealing with dark activity that he can't explain.
Are you over there by those chairs? Reveal? Are you gonna reveal yourself down there? Whoa! 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 Did you move one of those? Did you move one of these chairs? Ooh. Okay. Did you move one of these chairs? Ooh. Okay. Okay. You guys are just messing with me now, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna come down here.
Then, suddenly, the man begins to hear movement coming from another room. As he cautiously goes to investigate, he notices that chairs in the other room appear to have shifted all on their own.
Is that you? Can you do it again if I'm right here? Okay. What the that was I don't even know what to do right now. I think I backed into a corner.
He is very unsettled by inanimate objects moving all by themselves in the pitch black darkness, and repeatedly asks if a spirit is around and moved them.
You back in here? Is that your bird? I heard your voice. Is that your bird? I heard your voice.
Things only get much, much worse. He moves to another section of the building, hoping to distance himself from whatever dark presence is lurking around. The investigator asks again in an even louder tone if a spirit is there with him, and almost immediately, a faint whisper responds, yes. The voice is quiet, but it's unmistakable. The investigator is in total shock from the encounter and gasps in fear after hearing the voice coming from an unseen being. If that whisper was genuine, then the investigator might not have been speaking into a dark room at all, but rather engaging with an evil entity. The question we all need to ask ourselves is, if we were exploring a building like this and heard odd noises or voices, would you continue engaging with them trying to figure out what it is, or would you leave immediately and never go back? This disturbing video was uploaded by a Reddit user and was reportedly filmed inside of Clumber Park in Worksop, England. The clip itself only lasts a few seconds, but despite its short runtime, it has managed to deeply creep out anyone who has watched it. The uploader is walking through the dark park and is using only a flashlight to navigate the area around them. A strange, ghost-like apparition quickly materializes in front of the lens. It's hard to make out, but if you look closely, it's shaped like a person. The figure itself looks pale and almost translucent in appearance, moving in a very unnatural way that makes the footage feel deeply unsettling. One Reddit user even shared a chilling personal story, claiming that they had witnessed something nearly identical years later at an old native burial grounds in Wisconsin. According to them, the figure that they saw formed from a mist and began sprinting across a dark field before disappearing into some woods. Whether this is actual evidence of the paranormal or simply just an optical illusion, the video itself remains incredibly eerie and does seem to have traits tying it to spiritual legends. The uploader of this chilling footage claims that strange and terrifying things have already been happening around their home long before this video was recorded. One night, their son decided to record himself sleeping in hopes of finally capturing evidence of whatever was haunting the house. At first, the footage appears completely ordinary, almost boring, just a bed with thick comforter blankets and a normal room.
Yeah, my head's over here, my feet's right here. And so if you stay for a second, you'll see right here.
Okay, whoop. Rewind it, bring that back, and
You
then
see,
can
it just
we...
whoops right up. Ready? Watch right here, right here.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus,
so
that's
there I am.
already
Yeah,
creepy.
so there I am. I'm
That's
right
already
there.
creepy.
I'm right there. And I'm
but
just,
we're like,
it's just
maybe
scary.
that's Gavin,
Not
and
me.
he somehow
I don't
somehow
know.
got up.
There I am. No. Ready. There I am. That's supposed to be me, right? We skip a little bit, right? Ready? And then it just goes like,
It yeets
Ready?
back out of existence.
there's my head right there. You can see me moving. And as soon as I
Yeets
moved,
back,
did you see how
yeets
as
back
soon as I
down.
moved,
Looks like it's leaning in towards you.
unless that's not
Jesus.
a blanket,
What
is that like
is
its
this?
skin?
Is
Ready?
that even a blanket? Because the blanket's
Watch.
not moving. That's not a blanket. The blanket's not moving.
And then you see me right there.
Something horrifying begins to appear near the bed. A strange ghost-like shape suddenly materializes beside him on the right side of the frame. The figure appears to be leaning down towards the innocently sleeping son, before oddly fading back out of sight into the dark shadows. What makes the footage especially unsettling is how unnatural the movement looks, like a humanoid figure just appears and then vanishes like nothing. Other people who have seen this have already debunked that the bedding is not the culprit of this occurrence, because it moves so unnaturally, more like a body suddenly appeared under the blankets, even though everyone in the bedroom is entirely asleep. This terrifying series of videos was uploaded to TikTok, capturing the late night after the filmer's wife woke up in the middle of the night, claiming that she thought someone was lurking outside near their shed. Taking only a flashlight with him, the woman's husband is cautiously searching outside to investigate if anyone has invaded their property.
The wife just woke up, said she thought someone was playing in our back shed.
The entire yard and house feel like a deep, heavy darkness, unsettling and eerily quiet. He approaches a run-down barn on the property and slowly pans around, searching for any clues inside with his camera. That is when he looks up. High above into the wooden structure, a dark figure can be seen looking down at him like it's been there watching him the entire time. It seems like it might be a person who broke into the property, but could it be something else entirely more cryptid of a being? The uploader continues to search around the property, but is obviously terrified about what else could be lurking at this point.
Something is banging around and making noise in one of our sheds. I'm not really sure what to expect.
As the footage continues, if you pay close attention, shadowy movement can occasionally be seen darting around all parts of the property. Whether it is a person intruding on the property or something completely paranormal remains a mystery to other people who have seen this footage. The thought of a haunted being or dark presence is enough to terrify most people, but the eerie tension of those encounters is something incredibly dreadful that all of these people were victims of. How would you react if you encountered such a presence? If you've stayed until this point in the show, please subscribe so that you never miss a creepy, scary, or mysterious upload, and watch this one here.